After a crazy weekend in Nashville, some Eagles fans were a little bit disgruntled at the fact that the team had failed to address the linebacker position. However, Howie Roseman addressed reporters following the weekend, saying that the window for talent acquisition doesn't begin and end with the NFL draft. There's a long way between where the team are now and of course week 1 of the regular season. That much has proven to be true because just under a week later, the Philadelphia Eagles announced the signing of former Redskins linebacker Zac Brown on a 1-year deal worth $3 million. Now, $1.5 million of that is guaranteed alongside a $400,000 signing bonus. 29-year-old was formerly a second-round pick of the Tennessee Titans and has since spent time with them, the Buffalo Bills, and of course the Washington Redskins. And in that time has been named to a Pro Bowl, and over the course of his career has slowly emerged as one of the league's top linebackers, especially in run defense. In fact, last year he allowed receptions on 72.9% of targets and averaged just 8.1 yards per reception allowed. Quarterback ratings when thrown his way averaged at 87.4, and those are all inside the top 20 mark for linebackers of 2018. What's impressive with Brown is that he can play all 3 positions. If they want him to run outside and get down and dirty in the blitz, he has 17.5 career sacks. If they want him to drop back in coverage, his coverage grade improved massively last year from what was one of the dwellers in 2017 to a real top 20 mark again 1 year later. He also has 20 career passes defense, so that works in his favor as well. If they want him to just stop the run, he's one of the most intelligent linebackers that play the position, and more importantly, he can fly sideline to sideline. He has 57 tackles for a loss, and that sideline to sideline speed was something that the Eagles were sorely missing last year. With 632 total tackles, Zac Brown has become a stout run defender. He'll sniff out run pass options, he's quick to burst to the corner to stop running backs breaking free on outside zone or looks, and he's easily one of the first to the ball every single time a screen play is called. There may be no more instinctive linebacker in this sort of market than Zac Brown, and at the age he is, at 29 years old, so arguably in the prime of his career, he will be turning 30, so you're not going to get yourself a long-term deal. But this hasn't stopped Howie Roseman from finding yet more value. Remember Timmy Jernigan and his first deal. Remember Alshon Jeffrey. Remember Nigel Bradham. These were all players signed around the same sort of mark, coming off big years with their teams unable to fund their big-term extension that they deserve. Especially after the NFL draft, teams weren't looking to spend extensively on Zac Brown, in spite of the fact that he had a debilitating injury that made it difficult to breathe for the first 10 games of 2018. Zac Brown still balled out and put up a monumental season. Eagles fans remember all too well that Week 11 game in 2017 where he put up an absurd amount of tackles, and last year he stopped Josh Adams on a stunning goal line run. Zac Brown is a true jack of all trades and is now available for dirt cheap. The Eagles are getting so much bang for your buck here. It will allow Nigel Bradham to sit in his current position and, more importantly, give LJ Fort some guidance, a younger linebacker signed from the Steelers, perennially a special teams factor that has slowly merged into someone that has got the play speed to line up in different spots. If Zac Brown does ball out, the Eagles have the opportunity to then pen him to a backloaded long-term extension, but if he doesn't, it's not the end of the world. It's $3 million, and at middle linebacker they do still have Paul Warrilow, who's coming back off an ACL for depth, and then there's LJ Fort as well. This move, there is just nothing to dislike about it. The man has over 630 tackles in his first 7 NFL seasons, has 7 interceptions to his name, and has played in 94 career games. He's as well tenured as they come, someone that's rebounded back from injury, that's going to be fully healthy going into next year, and more importantly, can help the Eagles' run defense. If you remember in 2017, the Eagles' run defense was the best in the NFL. They still allowed under 100 yards per game in 2018 with 97.4 that ranked them 6th, but they allowed 80 in 2017. They lost some of that run defense intensity. A lot of that can be said because they lack massive amounts of depth on the defensive tackle front, but having those run-stuffing linebackers really would help the Eagles, and that is something where Zac Brown really specializes in. And hey, let's think about this bigger picture. NFC East, you've got Saquon Barkley and Ezekiel Elliott 2 times a year, and whoever the Redskins lineup. You need someone that is a prolific run stopper, that isn't afraid to penetrate the backfield and blow up a play, and that can go sideline to sideline and run with some of those more elusive ball carriers. This is a tremendous fit for the Eagles. We will be having a film room breaking down his play, his strengths, his weaknesses, and how he fits this defense. So if you want to see that, guys, make sure you leave a like, hit subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at LiamJenkins21, but let me know down in the comments, what do you think of the move? Do you like Zac Brown? What do you think his fit will be in this Jim Schwartz defense? From myself, Liam Jenkins, I'll see you soon.